Hello, welcome back to Gaming for Science and Eternal Strands. I made some changes to the kit here, the loadout in between the episodes. I changed my chest piece and I did some reforging on the sword, so now it has a purple glow on the edge as well. And that made it a bit stronger, changed up to an epic material essentially, and yeah, we're looking a bit more chunky now. And I think there was some skull color scheme changes on the pants as well as a result of some additional reforging. Now we're gonna head off to Lower than Evron. We're gonna finish off supply run, and I think that will progress the main story substantially. But before we do that, I'm going to have a quick look for the Highline Ice Drake. Highline Ice Drake, that's what it's called. Ice Drake. Ice Claw is more correct. Yes. Because we are missing a strand there, so I just wanna, make some progress. And then in terms of Kasuan's companion quest, if we pick up any softwood on the way, we'll be sure to grab that as well. That was not softwood apparently. But yeah, that's something that just tends to show up a lot in chests, which we usually like to smash. So it shouldn't be a big issue to get some soft wood, or is it? Wood. One more time. Wood. No, basically. No softwood. Okay, I can hear our boy up there then. Okay, let's just try to shoot him down for a second. If that is even possible from this distance. Okay. I don't think it's reaching. So if it flies up here. I can hear it. Oh. How about from here? Here we go. Time to do this. Highline Drake. Okay. You're gonna land. Okay. And then we're gonna need to take down a wing first, right? Or we can go straight to it otherwise. But I need to change weapon, or else it's not going to go well. Come on. Nice one. The wing. No, no, don't go away. Don't go away. Don't go away. I'll show you eyes once I hit you with it. I'll show you eyes once I hit you with it. Okay. No. Okay. That should do it for the wing, right? And then you're going to fly. And I'm going to get to this spot. Okay. I'm just gonna hold on to this now, and then we will be able to do it, I think. Let go over a bit. Hold on again. Fly. Fly. There we go. So he needs his wing to do the turnaround, and that's how we're able to harvest it by destroying one. There we go.
Could always use more frost magic.
These guys, they should take more than 2 hits, right? I feel like I've actually become more powerful in this moment. It's really nice. And let me grab that thing that was just staring at me, and then we can move on. Let me see. There was this spot in the middle of the chasm, essentially. I do this. Fly over there. There's 2 chests as well. Oh wow. I feel like I'm never gonna get any soft wood now. And now that I'm actually looking for it. You can get that from like these chests and stuff, right? But also from crates, if I remember correctly. White wood, any soft wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3, only 3. Those. Okay, that should do it for Cosven. How edgy do I feel? How wild do I feel in this moment? I'm pretty sure it's here. I just jump down. This. Oh yeah, that's it. Thank you. Right. And then we need to go back to Feller's Arch for the teleport, right? Okay. Let me go back to, go to Lower than Everon afterwards. That should do it. Now this is good. Why do I say cast win all the time? I don't know. I don't know. Lower. Ash Big Drake, we don't need that because it says specifically where the Tattered Mantle and lower. The Tattered Mantle is closer to the perch. Then we go there. I'll try to avoid the Drake. Although it is good for resources anyway, right? That's the whole. No. I don't think we need it. We're strong enough without it. We can smash everything without it. And we can do this without it. Dude. Oh, there's something in there. Did you see that very smooth jump? And let's see. Whoa. That didn't give me a lot of direction at all. Okay, over here. Huh. Underneath. There needs to be a hole somewhere here. I guess I won't be able to get in this way. So there needs to be. There's something around it, or just a massive hole. Can I go there? No. How do I get down there? It does tell me to go that way, but will it give me the end? Let's see what it does. Uh-huh. I got it. Wait. I thought I did. Serious smashing there, that's really smuggling. Oh wow. Broadcaster network consequence, so that's by heat. Ah. Very good, very good. In. Yeah. I can take the heat. Right. Boom.
There's just so much. Oh, and a letter. Encoded like the others.
Can't wait to work it out.
There we go then. A lot of stuff here, I like stuff, so just taking the moment to enjoy the stuff. I think that's pretty much it, right? Consult with Gasman and then actually complete this. Very good, very good. And let's go back with our so let's go this route. Speed ain't an issue. Just down there. And like that. Flame, sword, and shield. We didn't have that before. On this, another letter of complaint. Oh, strongly worded regarding achievement of copper. Oh my god. Destroy this as well. This culture, what is that? Retaining culture, not what? Whoa. This one just got a limited. Okay, fine. Sound wall. Sound wall. Day 7. So Rising Tides first is handling this companion quest.
Managed to find enough softwood?
If you need more than this, the Don Brennick Pine Preservationists will come for me. Here you go.
Oh, great.
You don't sound as happy as I thought you'd be.
It's just that what I'm realizing is the Weaver Band really needs Drake scales. Like, give or take 90 to be safe.
Wait. 90 Ash Peak Drake scales.
I think they shed, right?
Oh my god. As far as fighting 90 Drakes down, this seems excessive. Wonder why she needs so many scales. Plucking scales from a Drake's nest still sounds pretty dangerous. Ask her if it's necessary. I don't think it's feasible. Tell her I don't have time for this.
Kaz, you know I'd love to spend my days hunting down Drakes for you. But 90? What could we possibly need 90 scales for?
Because... It's hard to explain, but...
90?
Please, can you trust me? just really need you to trust me.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Casmin, what's going on? Are we outfitting an army?
She's crying.
Because it's... I just think we could...
Don't you think Bryn's got you pretty well stocked at this point?
But... You're right. I got carried away. Sorry.
It's okay.
Thanks for all your help. Excuse me. I'm gonna put all this away now.
You all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine.
If you say so. Good work, Bryn. We'll take care of the rest of this.
She's not okay. We need to talk to her.
Hey, Bryn. Sorry I got carried away with our... errands.
It's okay, Kaz. What was going on with that, though? Are you alright?
Yeah. Sometimes there's so much to do, it's hard to keep my head on straight.
Maybe you should take a day to relax. Our ongoing disaster isn't going anywhere.
I don't know how anyone relaxes in here. What about you?
Me?
Yeah. What do you do to relax?
I'm always scribbling in my journal, tell her writing or drawing helps. The outskirts are beautiful, tell her I walk outside the camp helps. Writing or drawing or walking outside the camp. I think maybe walk outside the camps.
The forest around
To
the
like
camp is
really
actually
separate
pretty nice.
yourself from the camp, you know?
When I need to clear my head, I just take a short walk. The sound of rushing water from the brook is lovely. It always brings me peace.
The growl of a calla stalking you in those treks doesn't pull you out of meditation?
Nah, it comes with the territory.
I'll stick to the campsite.
When all else
Damn it.
fails, a nap always helps too.
For Ashar, maybe. As a Kashar, I don't need as much sleep as the rest of you.
Sure, but you need some kind of break from time to time, Casmin.
I'll think about it.
And we talked about the differences between the Kashar and Ashkar
So,
earlier, I think.
the letter. I'm prepared for bad news. They were collecting supplies for other survivors. We know someone is out there. The supplies never made it to them. That and the tear stains.
Is that what that was? Yes, well, there's a lot to cover. We have the cache itself and our scrounging siblings.
We should at least give you the high-level details on both. Where do you want to start?
I want to know more about the cache, ask what they've learned. I know this is going to be sad, ask about the siblings.
What did the final note say?
Yes, right. It was a farewell. One sibling disappeared. The runner.
I thought the runner of the pair was the one we found.
So did we. But this last message was a farewell to his sister. Apparently the Grumpole...
Really?
I know. But apparently their boss had been ordered to stop wasting resources on the search.
And so our hauler left this farewell, hoping his sister might find it, on the off chance she was alive.
He was going to remove all their other messages so their plan wouldn't be found out.
We postulate he was on his way to do that,
When the flood caught him.
These people,
Bro.
however many are left, they've really been through it.
They might really need our help.
They're still organized and have a command structure, but it sounds dysfunctional.
Seems too late to help the siblings. Ask what else can be done. I want to be sure. Ask if the siblings were innocent. I know he's not the grandpa. Ask if we know who's running the enclave.
I'm not going to say the name, but do we have any sense of who was giving their orders?
The Enclave's leader was called the Eye, a first of firsts, after a fashion. Elected from the masters of each craft, the High Smith, High Enchanter, and so on. Unfortunately, we don't have any details about their direct superior. I will spare you the name.
The grandpa.
Did we confirm they weren't actually stealing from the Enclave?
The letter seems genuine. I think their plan was to bring in a big haul.
It says a lot about the Hearthsiders that our siblings thought this would clear any suspicion.
How so?
The cloud of suspicion tells us they were in dire times, tightening the screws on their own people.
But bring in a big load and we trust you. Doesn't that sound a little like a bribe?
So you think our runners were dirty?
No. I think the system's dirty, and they're just stuck working through it.
Is there anything we could do, do you think?
Sadly, no. But their story will live on in our chronicle.
Let's move on to something else.
Of course.
Talk to me about the supplies.
Indeed, a robust collection, including several enchanted objects we barely recognize.
They had a keen eye for things that could decay and took care to preserve them.
You two sound giddy.
If there's one thing Lane and I are passionate about, it's preservation of rare objects.
Were there any hints of more of these?
It's impressive one runner could gather this much, frankly.
I wonder if Casimir has itemized things.
Have you been working your magic, Casmin?
Obviously. Thank you for bringing everything back so carefully.
Anything of note?
Yes, but let's save that until we've done the other questions.
Mysterious. That's enough about the cache.
Sure.
So, where do we go from here?
We found parts that will let us complete Lucia's thimble, from those schematics you decoded.
It has been a busy time. Solar will handle the assembly, of course.
I suppose the only other thing to say is, good job, Bryn.
Indeed. We have made progress in unraveling the shape of what the post-Surge society looks like in the Enclave. Further, these documents are invaluable to the historical record.
And maybe you put a couple souls to rest. Not to be sentimental.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's go over everything we know so far.
We know that, for a time after the surge, civilians continued to live in Tenebron until they were forced to evacuate the city. We're still not sure the cause.
Wherever the Hearthsiders went, they're still actively sending scouting groups to scavenge for supplies. From the uniform, the creeper who was watching Bryn sleep belongs to one of these groups.
We also know that a defensive procedure codenamed Asylum sealed access to the Enclave underground. This was done using a barrier almost exactly like the Veil.
Lucia, an ex-high enchantress, opposed Asylum and began working on ways to sabotage it.
Her research forecasted that the barrier would cause the Enclave to flood with miasma. The very same flood that seems to have killed Lucia before she was able to finish her thimble.
But we have her design. It could disrupt Asylum's barrier.
So Lucia's thimble is the key to our survival.
It's less a key and more like a magical battering ram.
Whatever works.
What is it, Lane?
It's just... I've pored over all the documents we've compiled, and a concrete link between the evacuation plan and the underground is nowhere to be found. I can't shake the feeling we're missing something.
It was an information blackout, sure. Or am I not surviving the flood is priority? Let's see. Or just read. Yeah, we can handle it. Yeah.
If it turns out the underground is filled with 5-headed lizards spitting poison instead of Hearthsiders, I'll be fine.
Easy.
We have different definitions of fun.
Being a weaver isn't about being certain all the time. It's about taking calculated risks to carve a path forward. And regardless of the Hearthsider's location, disrupting the barrier is the only option to stop the flood.
You're right. I just hope that if we did miss something, it doesn't come back to bite us.
Even if it does, we will handle it.
That settles it. Bryn, it's time to use the thimble.
Thimble time, thimble time, thimble time. So light, so long, let's make a thimble. Let's talk to Seb first.
The Half-Siders are scavenging their own city. Things must be dire.
I'm worried about them after that particular discovery.
You've a kind heart, Bryn. Though I'll stick to worrying about us, if you don't mind.
Such a warrior.
Shame to lose such prodigious runners. They were really very good.
The Hearthsiders have had it harder than any of us expected.
Indeed. We shan't let their efforts go to waste. Lucia's thimble is within our reach thanks to them.
Let's bring in an upgrade. Notes. Huh? Yep. Something to say, something to no, nothing to say. Let's win. It's mean.
Our supply runners might be why there are so many crates gathered around the city.
Why do they reappear, though?
Dom and I have a theory. The arcs might still be partially functioning.
So, when they're not trying to kill me, they tidy up the place?
They explain
Like I
it.
said,
Oh my
a
god.
theory. But that was a big part of what they were built to do.
Seriously, they literally just explained why things reappear. That's wild. Okay. Looks like we can upgrade. And we're done collecting things for Kazmin. So we can actually do a bit of this as well. I don't really put green things in the... I put a lot less green, at least, in the resources now. I'm more than happy to do this and put it down to 10 for everything, and then 15. Why not? 13, and then 100, 50, 100. Okay. Let's do the caravan. Caravan upgrade. Did we have the gold now? Or what? And was that bag in the back there before or not? Still another level to go. And we will do this. So this one is new, I guess. And more gold on this, no? Those are the changes. It's another level 5, and then like maybe I can do this. Why not? Yeah, screw these ones. You know why? I'm like, yeah, why green above 10? Like, 6 I think is the better number here. There we go. Boom. Everyone getting some upgrades. I'm keeping up with the maximum levels for upgrades, very like naturally, which I really like to do. So you know, that makes me feel good, makes me feel like I'm doing enough all the time.
You know, there's one silver lining to the sad tale of our deceased runners.
What's that?
We know the Hearthsiders still have some advanced production capabilities. The materials they were gathering don't have much use for basic survival. Therefore, weapons, armor, and enchantments.
Material.
Any concerns about us
More
claiming them?
upgrades.
None.
More armor.
They've been there long enough.
Better
Scavenger
armor.
etiquette applies.
Reinforced armor.
These kinds of materials are too rare to let go to waste.
Now I made some changes here essentially. Oh, I can do this as well now. Oh, good. Oh yeah, that's more matchy as well. Yes, okay.
I think
Oopsie.
you and I are the only ones here who can swing one of these.
Yeah, we are.
And Sev.
Fine, Seb. Okay, fine, Seb. Fine, Seb. Don't take away our moment, though. So I it was the trapper's head that I saw. No, no. It was a trapper something that I picked up, wasn't it? I thought it was. Weird. Ah, I'm on reforging. Flame and sword. Flame, sword and shield. Concussive flare. Interesting. Weight reduction. I don't really care. Ooh, this one looks so cool. I'm gonna have to use this one for a while still, though. I think. Yeah, sure. Do a cheeky upgrade. And then see Thimble.
Thank you for your help with that, Bryn. You've a deft hand for flame magic. You can wear Sev's apprentice hat for one day.
Ooh.
Also, Lucia knew what she was doing. This thimble was clearly designed to pair seamlessly with Enclave constructions.
Must be her experience as a high enchantress at work.
Based on Lucia's notes and what we discovered at the Bastion, this was custom designed to disrupt Asylum's barrier.
If it can stop the flood, we need to use it soon.
Agreed. We don't know how much time we have left.
Okay, so we're gonna remove the barrier now. Any final words, people? No? Okay. Okay. You sure you have nothing to say to me? Okay. Okay. Just heading for good luck. Oh, good boy. I guess the only thing is whether there is some other interesting. There's a living flame one over here. A lot of miasma there though. Burning Glasstail in the Bastion. Okay, let's go get the Glasstail. I want to see if I can figure out how to harvest it, because that will upgrade the ice wall. And then I will also know for future reference. Wow, a lot of miasma. Okay. Miasma everywhere. Let's see. Truly. Hello. Hello. Destroy everything. Starting with that one. Put some fire. Whoa, dude. Yeah. Go to the tail, have a look at the tail, hello. Hold on, more. Hold on. Get rid of this. Maybe it's this here or something. Nope. fire things. Put it on fire. Burn off the fur. Is that possible? Did that work actually? Looks like it did. Let's see. Let's try this as well. Because he rams his head right into him. Burn off. Legs. Let's see if it does anything. If yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay, good. There's like nothing, right? Nothing. Maybe it's like under his chest or something. Let's try that once. There's nothing here though. No. Where is it? How do you harvest the glass tail? One day, I will be able to do it, okay? Oh, I got a codex entry. GG codex entry. But, yeah, the harvesting was not happening. Let's try to get inside again. This is one way in, right? Maybe I need to keep some of the things on him and only burn off the fur or something. It feels right to go through from there. This is where you get the access point to Archon cards as well. So, you know, I feel like everything's sort of lined up.
That console that looks like our scry should be the controls for the barrier. The thimble was built to interface with it.
Time to disrupt Asylum.
There we go. Trying to stop me, but no, it's too late now. Maybe you should have said hello before or something. Maybe you don't speak. Oh my god, it was a prison, indeed, not a refugee, not a refuge. Help me up, dude, help me up, dude. Oh. My massive weapon is sticking up. It's showing. Yeah. So we have more dangerous enemies out and about now.
Great timing. I owe you one.
You need to come with me. All of you.
Well. Where are we going? So they are basically past riders or Enclave members that were hit by the flood, I guess. Or the tangles. Or various floods, and they kept them in there as prisoners. Or what? A new base? Another bad man.
We mustn't cause a panic.
The Eye?
It's not like we had a dire supplies shortage on our hands before this happened.
Yeah, or maybe it's Oria's mother.
The guild will want...
Enough. We won't discuss this further. Not in front of our guests. Identify yourselves.
Aurea Harpinay, or Silverbeak, as I'm known among Weaver circles. This is my band, and beside me is our acting point.
Bryn. And you are?
Khan Stunild, Eye of the Enclave. My colleagues are the Spindle and the Axle, representatives of the Enchanting and Crafting guilds. Who sent you?
Sent us?
Tarza? Renland? Udea? The Enclave is the envy of the Maida for its magical prowess. Clearly one of those nations has finally grown a spine and decided to take it for themselves in our moment of weakness.
Moment? No one sent us.
This guy is delusional.
What kind of fool do you take me for? You expect me to believe that you bypassed our veil, infiltrated our loom gates, and breached Asylum without a national power backing you?
When you put it that way.
This is a misunderstanding. We're Weavers, like you. There was a brief opportunity to enter the Enclave for the first time in decades, and we took it. Everything we've done since we arrived has been to uncover what happened here after the Surge. And to find you.
If that is true, have you really no inkling of the trouble you've caused?
No.
Your reckless conduct has unleashed an enemy that nearly destroyed us 27 years ago.
So not even just slaughtered
Surge
people,
born.
I guess.
They first appeared a little
Surge
over a
born.
decade after the veil went up.
Where did they come from?
No one knows. But they arrived in the underworks before making their way to the surface.
where they left a trail of destruction in their wake and wreaked havoc on the Enclave.
Causing casualties to rise.
And so I called for a retreat here, saving countless lives. We sealed the Surgeborn in the Underworks for good. Until now.
They knew we were here, wonder why the Hashras didn't intervene sooner. The Surgeborn came out of the Underworks easy enough, offered to put them back in. It's clear we messed up, offer a sincere apology. Sure, let's try to get them a bit more on our side, if that works. But also, why didn't they intervene? But that also just might make them more hostile towards us, right?
Obviously, it was not our intention for this to happen, but it did. And for that, we're sincerely sorry.
Agreed. This was all an unfortunate mistake.
A lot of good your apologies are doing us now.
I mean, this guy
Look,
is going
Surgeborn
to
or not, we
be an
have
asshole
no
either
choice
way.
but to remove the barrier.
So let's just
Though I suppose we owe you
ignore
thanks for
him.
warning us about the floods.
Who warned you?
You did.
Did we? I'll deal with you later.
While we can agree Arakim breached no contact protocol, it has proven to be the right decision. The floods were growing worse, and now they have stopped. Even if fixing them has introduced a new problem.
One my band would be
So
more
we
than
did
happy
fix
to
them.
help you
Okay,
solve.
okay.
Ha! Work together.
Sorry to interrupt, but you mentioned your last name earlier. Any relation to Shireen Harpenay?
She was my mother. You know who she is?
Of course! I mean, before my time, obviously, but she's still renowned in the Enchanting Guild. Her work is remarkable. There's a statue of her in Denevron, you know?
Oh. I can't believe she didn't mention that.
There is so much I'd love to ask you, but for now, Aurea comes from a long bloodline of outstanding and renowned weavers. Shouldn't that buy her band some grace?
All right.
Because they care about that.
Your presence
of
in the
course.
outskirts will be tolerated. Nothing more.
What about the Surgeborn?
What about them?
Shouldn't we work together to deal with them?
We could use the help.
The Surgeborn are a problem for anyone in the outskirts, not us. Cassidon's Hold is a fortress.
This guy.
Do head into the outskirts to scavenge for supplies.
We'll take our own precautions. Speaking of, we have pressing matters to attend to.
But
Enough! My word is final.
Bryn, the one that led us here is clearly the one that warned us. Try to talk to him before we leave. Maybe he's willing to work with us.
Will do.
I mean, I'd love to talk to everyone if I can. Oh, this is a loom gate. Okay. The spindle has nothing to say. And she looks crazy. Not crazy. Crazy is going the wrong word, but like those eyes, eh? Okay. Just casually enchanting things constantly, eh? Casual enchanting, not even looking at it. Yeah, no problem. Plating and furnace. Place remarks can be labeled for test presumably. And Stranger scry. So they have a scry here as well, well maintained, but clearly often used. The axle has nothing to say. Reports, fabrication tools, and strange skull labeled top to buy it. Okay. The eye attended the ICE University, it seems. Okay, so the university is called University as well. Interesting. Consulted Arakim, that's the guy. Okay, that's the house rider that came to help us. Power with us, but cleaned of anything of significance. Okay. I guess he can grow up as well, but let's see what he has to say.
Hey, Arakim, was it?
Oh, just call me Arik.
Just Eric.
Well, Eric, I never got a
Oh my
chance to
God.
thank you. You know, for grabbing me before I fell to my death.
I think you had it. Besides, I couldn't let you plummet into a chasm. The Eye is pretty peeved with me, but hey, that's just a bonus.
So we've got a little rogue archetype here with us as well. Let's see. He doesn't seem. He did have a big weapon though, didn't he? I don't know. He doesn't seem angry at us about the search bond being released. Ask why? Because yeah, we did solve the flooding problem. It almost sounds like he's happy. Wonder if he's pleased about our arrival. He doesn't seem fond of Khan. Stanley would ask about the dynamic. I mean...
So you're not upset that I breached Asylum?
I mean, he did technically help us.
I've been pushing to do something about the Surgeborn for years now. Setting them free wasn't great, but sealing them in the underworks indefinitely was never a good solution. Frankly, I think Khan Stanild is just annoyed you undid his one claim to fame. I guarantee he has no plans to do anything about the Surgeborn now that they're free.
You don't think he sees them as a threat?
He's got his head in the sand about a lot of things.
Okay.
So, are you glad we're here?
I'm thrilled you're here.
I have to say, I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah. Sorry for all that cloak and dagger stuff earlier. Khan Stanild had me on strict orders not to make contact with your Weaver band. But
only to watch us while we were sleeping.
From what I just saw, your presence here is having an impact.
How so?
Notice how the Axle took my side against the Eye earlier. That never happens. And the Spindle is as quiet as a mouse most of the time, but not today.
Bring in Oria.
Huh. So these are big changes.
It might not sound like much, but they're excited you're here. Stanild can tell too. That's why he backed down so easily. And that's why I'm glad you're here.
Doesn't seem fond of him.
He and the Eye don't
Yeah.
seem to get along very well.
What gave it away? The mutual contempt. The Eye doesn't like anyone who shows initiative or challenges him. Unfortunately, those are my main qualities. And I suspect he perceives them in you, too.
Yeah, I didn't get the impression he's my biggest fan. Will you be in trouble for saving us?
I'd worry if he ever decided to get off his throne and do something about it. But he finds that throne very comfortable.
So he doesn't do anything. Okay. This is a warm response. Find out what he wants to know about me.
You seem awfully trusting of us, considering the
And he has been watching us for a while, so...
I was spying on you the first time we met, so let's call it even.
Sure. Maybe you know everything already then, but have you got any questions for me?
Just one. Why are you here?
The world needs the Enclave. Tell him I hope to bring down the whale. His people have been through so much since the search. Tell him I want to help. We have to find our way back home. Well, so... technically, with the Enclave, the viewers are at home. You know, so kind of that it brings a home to a lot of viewers by bringing down the veil. So, you know, that's probably the main reason we came. But now that we know there's actually people here as well, I think our top priority is actually helping them out, at least for us. So, you know, we're trying to help everyone, right? We might as well say that the ultimate goal is to bring down the veil. But we also want to... let's go with the helping.
Growing up, I saw the Enclave as a symbol of what Weavers lost after the siege.
Okay, so at least she mentions
After
that anyway,
all,
right? So
we have no home to return to, and we're pariahs in most nations. But the longer I'm in here, the more I realize how much your people have lost too. And
okay,
still
so the same thought process. Okay,
I'm
good
here
stuff.
to help, however I can.
That is exactly what I was hoping.
Yeah, alright.
If that's truly what you want, then dealing with the Surgeborn is the first step. Ever since the veil went up, our people have been in crisis. They've spent so long in it, they're afraid to do what it takes to get out. It It doesn't help that some have benefited off that same crisis.
Who?
Who always benefits?
The very top.
Our leaders are too preoccupied with their own concerns to form a unified front against the Surgeborn.
Such as?
The Spindle is obsessed with getting the Arcs functional again. She believes that will help us regain control. And the Axle is too stressed about our supply shortage right now. But if their concerns were handled, they could pressure the Eye to finally address the Surgeborn.
That sounds like an opportunity. And are you a representative yourself? Do you have sway?
Representative, yes. Sway? No. I represent the Scouts, meaning I'm at the meetings, but I don't have the title to back me up. The Scouts were once points like you, but our role has changed since the Veil went up. We were effectively drafted into scavenging for food and supplies. It made sense following the Surge, but it's been years. Recently, we've even been separated from Cassidan's hold and the remaining civilians. Anyway, it's the guild leaders who will need to pressure Khan Stanild into dealing with the Surgeborn. That's where my people need your help the most. Then we can start fixing the deeper issues we face.
Sounds like I've got some palms to grease.
Yuck. But yes, I'll come by your camp later. We'll be able to speak more freely then.
Join us, Eric. One of us. One of us.
What is that about?
The Eye isn't one for idle chit-chat. That's worth watching.
Talk to you back at our camp.
You got it.
Seth, you all right?
No. I mean, yes. I'm fine.
You sure?
Rin, the rest of us are heading out. See you back at camp.
I got to go.
That's not very okay, for sure. Eric is here. Well, in fact, the Eye for a bit. Why not?
So,
see how much he dislikes us, yes.
The one causing trouble. The one poking into corners. The one who hasn't the good sense to leave well enough alone.
Had you allowed Arakim to reach out to us sooner, this could have been
the
avoided.
Eye, but we are
Arakim
the one.
has a proven record of poor judgment on matters of protocol. I will not be lectured by the person who put us all at risk on how best to handle our security. But I suppose you did apologize for your unfortunate mistake.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's start afresh, shall we? Please, share what you hope to accomplish by loitering around the hold.
Surgeborn must be dealt with. Tell him I'm here to stop them. The loss of knowledge is concerning. Tell him I hope to preserve what I can. There are obvious supply issues. Tell him I want to help. So this is the two things for the others. But also he's is it that Surgeborn? Arik said that he wouldn't really do anything about the Surgeborn, but he was the one to put them away in the first place. So either this is the best or the worst option. So we'll go with that.
The things I saw pouring out at the underworks are a real problem. It's clear they've been strangling the Enclave all this time. I want to put a stop to them.
The elusive Surgeborn. They are, I will tell you, not so bestial as they seem. There is a cunning in what passes for their eyes. They are dangerous, though perhaps not quite as dangerous as everyone believes.
Meaning?
Meaning you should proceed with caution, and that your confidence in this matter is misplaced.
Like it or not, I'm here to help.
The Enclave stands on a blade's edge. Stretch our resources too thin on risky ventures, and we face collapse. Certain elements of our population call for action, for bold purpose. And I ask you, what purpose is bolder than survival?
Well...
Purely rhetorical. We must survive, and we must make considered, careful moves if we are to do so. There is no sacrifice too great towards that goal. You, at least, understand the precarity of our situation. Now understand the necessity of our caution.
I do, but...
Thank you for your time. You may go.
Okay, bye.
But...
You may go.
Just okay, bye. We don't need it. We don't need this asshole. Spindle.
Before Asylum, all the loom gates were reset so that the Surgeborn couldn't use them to continue spreading.
Is that her
Did you reconnect
enchanting
the city?
thing in the background?
We tracked down a key swatch to Denevron. Found it in the mayor's home in Poldervale.
It's not a
Your
torch in the
band
wall,
is
right? It's still the thing that
quite
she's
resourceful.
holding. Usually. She would have a lot of commenting with Dom, suggest the two of them speak. She doesn't know the half of it boast about the band skill. I'm not sure I can trust the Heartfighter speak of it. I mean, she should speak to Dom.
Dom loves discussing magical theory. He would be thrilled to speak with the Enclave's leading enchantress.
That is tempting. But the Eye wouldn't be pleased if he caught me speaking to your band any more than I have to. No offense, but I should really get back to work.
Oh, I'll take the win. Ah, Dame is
Excuse
here.
me, but Arakim mentioned you're the Spindle, a leading representative for the High Arcanists.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
We wanted to formally introduce ourselves. I'm Aurea, as you know. This is Dom, our enchanter, and Bryn, our acting point.
We didn't catch your name earlier. Khan?
Just call me Isla. Is there something I can help you with?
Ayla the Spindle.
We'd actually like to help you. Apparently you want to restore the Arks.
Shh! Not so loud. Sorry, that sounds wonderful, but the Eye would be happy about us collaborating.
There is no harm in working together. I wonder what I would be upset. Reclaiming the Arks would be huge. Tell her it's bigger than the Eye's political games. She is nervous to be seen speaking to us. Reassure her. I mean, yeah, I think we do that.
We can be more discreet. We're not here to cause trouble. We only want to help.
I appreciate that. And you're right. I do want to fix the Arks. More than anything. I just need you to be quiet about it.
Okay. We'll try, but forgive us if our excitement bubbles over and we forget.
It's Dom. He's the one that might forget.
Yeah, I think he doesn't know how to be quiet, so you know.
The surge. A select few were even sabotaged. Any idea on what caused the other malfunctions?
Some theories, but nothing solid. Anyone who knew how to create arcs, let alone fix them, died before I was born. I've tinkered with an inactive arc that's lying near the Grand Gate, but it would make a world of difference if I could study a resonance that was freshly harvested from
Freshly
the
harvested?
arc's pattern.
Consider it done.
Bryn's got you covered. She has a knack for harvesting great archons.
You'll have it in no time.
If you're sure, I certainly would appreciate it. With discretion.
I would appreciate it
We've
with
been
discretion.
talking a while. You'd better go.
Silent appreciation. High achievement grants visibility on which great creatures or arcanists at the location. To search for a great artist, check the little game menu.
All this wreckage scattered throughout the room. Why haven't you guys cleaned it up?
Khan Stanild ordered us not to.
And that's because he wants to keep it messy?
Correct. Speaking frankly, my impression is that he wanted any visitors to feel as if we were still in a major state of crisis. Though visitors are few and far between. Upper government officials only, all of whom are working from offices with roofs. We are the lucky few over here, it seems.
The other
Privileged
officials have roofs?
to work in a building that is open to the weather. I understand the motivation of wanting to wait until we'd found everyone a place to live. But we achieved that 20 years ago. Thousands of survivors rehomed. And yet, I still have to step over puddles to get to my desk.
It's all about the illusion, isn't it? Oh no, he's here.
I am simply telling you, as the foremost leader of the Enclave, that I don't want you getting distracted.
Can you clarify what you mean by that?
You know exactly what I mean. Eyes down, know your place. Focus on your own problems. Organize your little craftspeople. Keep the wheels of civilized society greased. And don't dare to presume you know better than me.
If you have a problem with my performance, you are welcome to gather feedback from the people who elected me. They may have a clearer understanding of what I bring to the table.
We'll continue this conversation later.
Hirun, Khan Atme, allow me to formally introduce you to Bryn, the Weaver Band's point.
You're the Axel, right? Arakim says you're a good person to know.
I am. My given name is Harun, as Arakim said, but you may refer to me as Khan Atme.
Right.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, despite the circumstances. And I wish they were better circumstances. The new Surgeborn threat requires us to realign our priorities. Some are a little slower on that than others.
If there's anything we can do to move things along, I'm at your disposal.
What about the supply shortage? I've seen her in combat. She's better than any of us.
What's her help look like? I'd prefer if she could avoid unleashing another apocalypse on us.
We have an amazing quartermaster of introduction, supplies, nothing could be easier. Show her that I'm up to the job. It must be by bearing this weight of her help. Gotta cast men in here, you know.
With us, but if there's anything we can provide to you, our quartermaster, Casmin, will be happy to help. A decade working the maiden shipping lanes turned her hard as Khan steel.
She sounds lovely. But unfortunately, we're supplying 10,000 people, not 7 weavers and their pack beast. And I doubt you'd have enough on your caravan to make much of a difference. Fortunately, there's a silver lining to your Surgeborn mess that could solve the problem.
Count me in.
Resources
Right.
in
With the
that place.
Surgeborn unleashed, we're anticipating casualties and damage to our facilities. However, there's a restricted area in the underworks that we lost access to decades ago when the Eye sealed it. The Institute. An arcane laboratory where the Enclave conducted its enchantment research, among other projects. Inside the Institute lies a significant supply cache. Its contents will be enough to keep us going, for the time being. If the notes the previous Axel left me are accurate, though, there's an additional complication.
Of course.
The Surgeborn secure territory by building structures, akin to insect hives.
Oh.
The Institute is likely overrun with them, and has been for 20-odd years.
So, the Surgeborn are a long-standing threat to the Enclave.
I wish I were old enough to remember what it was like to live without the fear of the Surgeborn. As a child, I sat awake every night worrying about them. They were terrifying.
So
Knowing
these
what I
two
know
have been just been growing up in
more
here.
scared.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry you went through that.
Like the excellent
It must have been horrible.
Sindu.
Thank you.
All the more reason to actually do something about the problem, instead of spending our lives cowering behind the walls of our glorious fortress.
You'll hear no disagreement from me, now that the game board has been upended.
Sounds like I need to clear any Surgeborn hives from the Institute, then.
That'll thin them out enough that my scouts will be able to access the supply cache without much trouble.
Now that Asylum is lifted, we should be able to access the loom gates
Going
in
to the Institute.
again. I'm going to trust you with this key swatch. It's been gathering dust for over 25 years.
Only the Eye would let such a crucial resource sit there for that long.
Yes. If we're clear on everything, I'll get back to work. My list of obligations grows by the minute.
The key switch
Someone
didn't
must
work
get
or
this
something?
Goddamn fortress running.
They weren't able to use the loom gates to get inside. Well. Oh, there's something more to say, Axel.
What's your history here? Have you been the Axel for a long time?
Why do you care?
You seem like someone who deliberately underplays her hand. I'd hate to play a game of Panjal against you.
All right. I'll take that as a compliment. I was elected to this seat 8 years ago. I've done a good enough job to be re-elected.
She's downplaying how much she loves her
What
role.
made you decide to run for leadership?
My predecessor was incompetent and took bribes. The guild members tolerated it for a time, but eventually enough was
It's
enough.
been 28
The
years
Eye
or so.
never seemed to have a problem with it, though.
That's wild.
Do you think he's taking bribes?
You really aren't afraid of asking dangerous questions, are you? I personally haven't seen any evidence of his corruption. He believes in his own judgment too much.
He's so
to
self-absorbed
bribe.
that
It's easier to bribe
it's
the lower
impossible
level
to
guild
bribe.
members anyway.
Isn't that a bad thing?
The wheels of society must needs be greased. If they do any more than skim a little off the top, I'll come down hard on them. And that's why I've managed to keep my job. Well, part of why, anyway.
There's weird tension between her and the Eye. Ask her about that.
How's your working relationship with the Eye? Is he your superior?
He would like to think so. His seat casts the final vote when the council cannot make a decision.
But his seat has more power than that.
Khan Stanield wields power beyond the traditional bounds of the Eye's seat, yes. But he is our savior, so surely he must know better than any of us.
Obviously.
Which is to say, he is technically the highest ranked official in the Enclave. But he hasn't faced an election in decades. In contrast, I have, let's call it, popular support.
Wonder what her daily responsibilities
So,
are.
What does an Axel do all day?
It varies. Some of my predecessors have been very hands-on, as befits a representative of the physical trades. That's not my strong suit, though. So I end up with my beak buried in paperwork. Maintaining supply lines, as it turns out, is considered extremely helpful.
That all makes sense? Thanks for taking a moment to talk.
Okay. Well. Muy bien. Wait. Any great act for a fresh icon. The Institute. Ah, I thought that would be within the arc. Okay. Okay. I mean, we'll head here quickly, right? Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Arc of the Living Flame. I'm sure there's other things in here as well, right? Let's go to the Institute. Ooh. Innovation and secrecy. Frozen over Loomgate. Okay. Oh, so they are like invisible Cerebron or something? Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that there would be a great arc somewhere else as well. This is a frosty one. Wow, okay. I'm gonna make an assumption that he works similar to the others and he listens and I have to chop stuff off him. But what
Welcome to the Institute.
and how?
Every one of those constructs you've been beating on was conceived in these halls.
Imagine standing among those weavers in the Enclave's prime, fearlessly pushing the boundaries of enchanting.
Well, they broke everything too. Literally everything. So, they weren't that fantastic.
This passage must be the Enchanter's way.
This is new materials. I'm pretty sure at least. Okay, so Did he's no? I didn't say specifics. No, so I just need to get rid of their thingies here. Their hives. So. Okay, I'm going to. So that's the great arc thing. Like, oh, okay, expansion cabin 36. Fair enough. Surgebone are covered in an armor that regrows when exposed to tangles. Okay. Once the armor is broken up, they become immune to physical damage, but exceptionally weak to heat and freezing. Okay. So there is certainly a need to be using. Okay. That was a lot of damage. Yeah, do quite a lot. Okay, let me see. Let's do the frosting. Where's mine? This. So it freezes very easily. Okay, got it. I can hear the arc trampling, so I might go grab that. More alpha in this.
The dissolution chamber. The machinery in here looks complex, perhaps part of the tapestry.
Come on. So much health, people. I know the frost, come on. Okay. Could use some healing stuff. Something here, I see. Of the winter time. That's what it's called. I mean, this has to work with this guy. Where are you, Arky boy? Look at the see it, I see it. Okay. Should get rid of these. Let's see. Come on. Okay. They're not going to be my best friends exactly. Okay. Gotta be a bit careful around him. There he comes again. Okay, so if I use some fire style, so 7 grand.
Remember, Grim, the spring will need you to harvest a resonance from one of these massive arcs.
An arc of the wintertide. They use sheets of ice as armor. Just be aware they will reform it.
Yeah, that wasn't very useful. But, maybe I can actually hit them. Come on. Not liking how much damage I'm taking just by walking up on it. Yeah. No. Okay. Do the same thing. Go. It has to work, right? It has to be it. Still no. 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 There I go again. Come on. As I said, they do reform the ants, right? So. I pushed the wrong button. Thought I was safe here. Let's go. Oh, no, no, no. Come on. Need some patience. Need some patience. Okay, drop off for a second. Okay, so now we're doing serious damage here. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm seeing that maybe we'll be coming back or something. I saw the horns glowing, that's why I am considering hitting them a lot. What? What? That doesn't do anything. No.
Interesting circuit of music. Easy to get lost in the Institute's intricate rules.
Anything on the front here? Those things? What if I just remove all the ice? That's not good. Get out on the arms even from when the angle is good there.
Do we have any useful notes on the hives from the bees?
Don't bother trying to deal with them. It's scary.
I'm beginning to get an inkling of why they exist.
get on top here, face up, and then take the break. And then go here. No. Be patient, be patient. No, no, I'm dead. Okay, Mr. Frosty Boy, let's go again. Yeah. He has no ice right now. Oh, there it is. Okay, okay, I can do it. Come on. Oh my god. That was an absolute disaster. Okay, so yeah, I think it's the eyes that I need to get rid of. The main thing.
Only one way to find out.
I mean, I feel like Newark was said to have... Oh, really? Okay. Newark was said to have strands. Well, that's not true, is it? Oh. Bro! Running away. Okay. Seems like we are getting a bit safe. Wow.
Expansion cabin 36 on that. Wonder what they're building.
I spoke to Khan Arteme about it, but unfortunately, anyone overseeing the plans for this was killed in the surge.
Magnetic sword and shield as well. Okay, maybe it's time to try again then. With it. make it up to these, right? It seems like it, no? And more and more kept popping out.
Nice work, Bryn. Arik, I think that'll give the scouts some breathing room.
Absolutely. Can't ultimately be thrilled.
Oi.
I'll meet you at Cassidon's Hold so we can deliver the good news.
Okay. What a mess. This episode, what a mess, what a mess. Not entirely, you know. At least this journey to get the quest done. Okay, we're gonna head back now. Let's see, where are we? Hello, down. Where could there be a different one? I see more than one. Second. Okay.
The Dark Rotor system. We could imagine there are many pools like this deeper into the underworks.
Seeing one quick round. I mean, if we circle around and come back to the beginning, or to that one, like, you know. Yeah, there is one. Cool. Alright. So we need to head back to... so there's a spindle in the Cassidon Hold and consult with Sola. Sola also wants to talk. Okay, so we're gonna go back to here first. And wow, okay. There's a lot of things to talk about. Let's do the one that we always talk about quickly. Let's talk about drowning with Casimir quickly.
I'm glad you're here. I need to talk to you.
What?
What's going on? You look pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just...
Another companion quest, maybe?
About those 90 Drake scales. I know Arya said we don't need them, but she just doesn't understand. It's dangerous.
Oh no, we're continuing with this.
Especially now that these Surgeborn are loose.
Yeah, okay.
We need to be prepared for anything. It's just gnawing in the
This
back
was
of
until
my
we got
head.
the third one coming, okay. Okay. He still hasn't said what the Drake scales are for.
Told me why
Okay.
we need them, or better yet, why we need 90.
We want the best gear and weapons, don't we?
So Sola asked for these?
No, exactly. They have other uses too.
She ignored what I said about her looking tired.
Seriously?
Yeah. She looks a
When was
bit,
the last time you slept?
the eyes look a bit dark, yeah?
Sleep as Ashar Arkasil.
But you need some sleep.
It's been a while, maybe 10 days, or a week. I'm fine.
Well, I'm guessing Oria doesn't know about this request. Ask why we
I'm
go
guessing
back.
Oria
find
doesn't
her
know
back.
you want me to go Drake hunting. Do you really think it's a good idea for us to go behind her back?
It looks bad, but she just doesn't see what I'm seeing.
To be honest, I'm not sure I see it either.
Please, just trust me.
Okay, I want to help, but fire drag scales aren't the answer. Tell her this isn't making sense. Wow.
You need to tell me what's really going on here. I want to help, but the Drake scales? The Weaver Band is okay. More than okay. We're in the best shape we've been in since we entered the Enclave, now that we've made contact with the Heartsiders. Besides, the caravan is looking pretty
We
full.
don't have space.
It's not making sense.
You think I'm insane?
No, of course not.
Era's breath. I shouldn't have brought this up. Ugh. But you just don't understand. Everyone could die if I don't...
No.
It would be my fault.
She's got some.
Whatever this is,
Well-
please just tell me what's going on.
No. I shouldn't have burdened you. Sorry, just go.
But Kaz,
I can't talk about this anymore.
Jasmine is not okay. And I don't think bringing her more stuff is the answer. I'd better talk to Aurea.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't want to talk about the scales anymore, but the Hearthsiders look more traumatized than a beast of burden after a hurricane.
What? Why would you say that?
I would think someone who grew up in the wake of war would recognize the signs. Disorganized and unable to triage their own problems. They're overwhelmed. Suspicious of us despite our clear good intentions. Suggesting paranoia.
Yeah, as well, yeah.
And while their leader is in deep denial of the very real crisis the Enclave is in, the others accept it. They've been stewing in turmoil for so long, it's become their new normal. And it's probably more comfortable for them than the prospect of change.
You're right. They do remind me of some veterans back in Carnhaven.
Saw it 1,000 times over while working in Udea. Aurea may not want to hear it, but these people are completely lost in their crisis.
What makes you say that?
Aurea has a case of hero worship when it comes to the Enclave. She can be blinded by it sometimes.
Huh.
It's not to say great things didn't happen here. But at the end of the day, the Hearthsiders aren't gods. They're fallible. Just like us.
Whoa. Okay. I think we have so much talking to do, and even considering what Jasmine is saying, we're going to have to... Oh.
You've got the shutters closed, even though it's practically bursting with supplies.
Just doing some reorganizing.
Yeah, she's super good. We're going to end the episode here, and we're going to start off immediately talking with everyone. It's going to be a lot of chatting next episode. A lot of chatting. We were able to get the Arc of the Wintertide as well. Oh my god. That was brutal. I don't know if we need to go to them with the mantle or put it into our mantle immediately, because I feel like did we have to... Yeah, resonance. Oh, we just need the resonance, not the. That's the thing, right? I don't know. These are different resonances. That's for future study. Okay. Simply a bit different. This is preferred for the spindle studies, so it's a bit okay. Fair enough. So we can just go to down with it. I think. Well, we just have to do it again. But otherwise, yeah, okay. Great stuff. We found the Enclave. The Eye is still here. They still have an organized structure. They have political ongoings. A lot of people died, but a lot of people survived within the Enclave. Apparently, nobody knew that. Of course, this is massive. Hopefully, we can get them some help, or if they allow them to allow us to help them. And we'll learn a lot more about it in the next episode now. And so thank you so much for watching, and like and subscribe, comment, and as well. Okay, bye.